Good morning, everybody. Kiva Kilo, what's up? What's going on, my friend? Sorry you haven't seen me recently. I skipped last week, unfortunately, due to some personal business. And yeah, I've probably been streaming Friday nights, probably while you're dead asleep. Friday nights for us in Australia, so yeah. Probably haven't been awake to catch him, unfortunately. But yeah, just trying to branch out a little bit. Hope you're doing well, right? Yeah, heard about you and Miss NBC's situation. So yeah, no, I hope you're doing alright, mate. Hope you're grinding out some art to pull through, persevere through the tough times, so we can see the good. Yeah, alright, so it's, yeah, today I'm doing something a bit different. I'm gonna start sharing my love of horror movies on my stream. Start doing some horror related streams where I go through and rank all the horror movies I've seen, all the ones worth seeing. I'm gonna rank them. I'm gonna start with the entire Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Because, you know, why half-ass anything? Why? Why would I? Well, let's turn that down. So, yes, this week, All for Footy. Go check us out on YouTube, the All for Footy podcast. I should start putting links for these in descriptions and stuff, but yeah, if you just go for @AllForFootyPod, Twitter, YouTube, bring it up, head on over. Don't really do much movement on Twitter, just essentially just tweet out the link, the YouTube link, and the Rumble link. We're on Rumble as well. And, oh, good to hear, Kevo, good to hear. Yeah, we're on Rumble and Spotify as well, but, yeah, don't really get much views on Spotify, but anyway, All for Footy. Go check us out. We're on 3 platforms so far, and we're doing all right. We're doing all right for a ragtag bunch of fools. You know, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Anyway, all right. Well, let's get rid of the promo stuff and bring my face into the business. That's good. That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. Alright. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the lurkers in the chat as well. Says I've got 6 people watching. Thank you very much for joining me today. Your views, your eyeballs mean a lot to me. And, yeah. Thanks for watching. So, yeah, as I said, today I'm going to be going through Freddy vs. Jason tier list. I'm going to rank all the Friday the 13th Nightmare on Elm Street movies in a tier list. But before I get to that, I just want to open up with something a bit different. Macabre, a film by Zack Cherry and Eric Champney. So, essentially, my love of horror came from this. I watched this podcast, this weekly podcast called In Review. Kind of funny, In Review. Essentially what they do is they started out just watching movie franchises, reviewing them, ranking them, doing like an hour-and-a-half podcast about the movie they'd watch every week. And at some point they got around to the Scream franchise. And they did that. And that just made me fall in love with Scream to an unhealthy degree, unfortunately. At which point I sought fellow Scream YouTubers. There are people that share my love of Scream, which is funnily enough. There are actually people out there that think it's amazing as well. So I'm like, oh cool, let's see what these people are. And one of those people was Zack Cherry. You know, I'd say Dead Meat, Zack Cherry, Cody Leach. Those are probably the 3 YouTubers I sort of kept in touch with when it came to horror. After I watched the Scream, got into Scream in a big way, then got into yeah. Sorry, what's that? Yeah, try looking for it. Might have to look on your followers, I guess. Oh well, look, we'll get there. We'll get there. Fair. But yeah, so yeah, Zack Cherry, Scream, love those movies, and now he's a YouTuber trying to turn movie maker. And this is a movie he's partnered with a good friend and industry professional, I'd say, Eric Champney, and they are going into business for themselves. They're making a horror short, and they're going to go fund it over on Kickstarter. So head on over to Kickstarter, go back them at any tier, give them some support, you know. They have crossed the support line, the 40,000, the bare minimum. You know, it's time to hit those stretch goals. And I really want to hit those stretch goals. But I think to start, I think I'll just play you a bit of his video introducing what Macabre is, because I think I'll stumble all over my words, and this is his passion project, so what better to hear about it than in Zack Cherry's own words. This is Zack Cherry, this is the boy. Or the man. Sorry, my apologies. Not boy, man. Alright, so let's do this.
What is up, Screen Team? My name is Zack Cherry. I'm a screenwriter, director, and YouTube creator, and I'm proud to welcome you to the Kickstarter campaign for Macabre, my upcoming independent horror movie short. The inspiration for Macabre comes from my love of slasher and giallo films and their grandiose operatic opening sequences, which usually depict gruesome kills that become the catalyst
Suspiria, still need to see that one.
murder mystery. In movies such as Halloween, Suspiria, and Scream, seemingly mundane moments in the characters' lives are suddenly intruded upon, leading to disastrous and irreversible outcomes. The plot of Macabre follows a similar nightmarish scenario in which two women working in an art gallery after hours discover that they have locked themselves inside with an uninvited guest who has a twisted flair for the arts and a nefarious agenda. The project I'm presenting to you is a short film, but also the prologue to a much larger story that I've been developing with my co-writer and co-director Eric Champion, who with his producing partner Randy Baruso has already created 2 award-winning films. Our long-term goal with Macabre is to generate interest and hype, which is why we decided that the opening scene as a standalone preview would be the optimal way to pitch our idea as a feature-length movie. However, putting this short film together is going to require the support of passionate horror lovers like you, which is why my team and I are asking for your help in reaching our fundraising goal of $40,000.
Yeah, let's get there. We got there, guys. Don't worry. We backed it. We got there.
Exceptional creative team, cast of actors, and technical crew. It will support the design and creation of original pieces by visual artists to infuse texture into our gallery setting. It will allow us access to state-of-the-art production equipment that will elevate the movie's aesthetic. It will cover the expenses for our team to film on location for a week-long shoot, and it will go towards the intricate post-production process, which involves editing, sound mixing, coloring, and the composition of an electrifying musical score. Right now, we are working around the clock so that everything is prepared for principal photography. That way, once we hit our campaign goal, we'll be ready to shoot the movie in New England by late fall 2024. Come time for the new year, we will be submitting Macabre to horror film festivals all over the world to gain recognition and optimize the success rate for the feature-length movie. As part of a community of devoted horror fans, we believe that filmmaking is always at its best when movie projects are made with passion. That's why it's important to get like-minded people involved in order to maintain the excellence of quality this genre can achieve. In that sense, you're not only going to be part of our team, but also part of the film's ultimate success story. Macabre cannot happen without your support, so please consider giving generously. However, giving to the project financially is only the first step. You can help this campaign to grow even more by sharing it with other horror lovers on social media. The more people we can connect with, the greater our chances become of bringing you Macabre at its fullest potential. We
Go
appreciate
follow.
each and every one of you.
Go
for
share, go
taking
like.
interest in
Even
our
if you don't want to
company, and I thank you
even if you
personally
don't want
for giving me
to
your time.
support it,
Now, let's go make a movie.
go give him a follow. Help the algorithm work for him. Alright. So yeah, that was Macabre. Now, as I said, it is funded now, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. But we want to make it the best it can be, so let's get there. And to go over getting there, so to speak, I will bring us into the Kickstarter page. So yeah, here it is. 11 days to go. Let's get back on. 155 backers. Target was 58,000 Australian dollars. Australian dollary dues. It's gotten to 60,000, but yeah. So these are all, I assume, in American. $40,000 initial unlocked, and then next tier, $50,000. Ultra violence. Let's do it. Need a good horror movies. Need the ultra violence. Come on. Oh, they don't need them, but it'd be nice, and they want to add it to their vision. So, 75,000 mounting terror. We'll go through what that means in a second. So yeah, ultraviolence to assist in the execution of the film's ultraviolence sequences. They will hire professional Hollywood stunt coordinator David Lavallee Jr., Free Guy, West Side Story, and the Daredevil TV series. And I gotta say, Daredevil TV series, I feel like that was known for its fight choreography. More so for their one-shot action scenes. They made sure to have a very solid one-shot action scene in every season of Daredevil on Netflix. And yeah, it was just it was really it was really well done. So the fact that they can get this guy is pretty awesome, because he did really good work. And yeah, I definitely remember that standing out. 75,000 mounting terror. The next stretch goal, Macabre's art gallery setting will be shot on location, but we will love the opportunity to build a practical set for the film's elaborate and shocking climax. So this will get them to be able to build it their own set for the short, and yeah, of course, that will just add to the production and the detail of everything that they can put into the final product. So that'll be a lot of extra bells and whistles that would greatly improve the final product. So yeah, look, come on. Get them up there. $100,000 Scream Queen. Seeing Macabre reach these heights would be an incredible accomplishment for the campaign. However, the production scope of our short film does not require us to go beyond what is financially necessary. So this is $100,000. They can use that money to fund to bring on an actress, a veteran horror genre actress who will headline the movie in a leading role. So that would be something. That would be something if they could get like Sarah Michelle Gellar. Let's get her. Let's get Buffy in there, you know. And yeah, and as we go down, Macabre poster. That's the poster art for it. Looks pretty cool. It's a knife. It's a lady. Some sharp fingernails. Some feathers. It's a bird of prey. I feel like there's going to be some sort of bird masked killer in this one. You know what? I love a good masked killer. Scream, of course. Dear horror lovers, I would like to personally invite you to join us in the making of Macabre, an upcoming slasher film created by myself and Eric Champney. Getting to this point could not have been possible without the inspiration and encouragement I've received from my YouTube subscribers every day. That's me. What? Whether you have been on this journey with me for a while or just coming on board, thank you for being part of it. Things are only getting more exciting from here on out. Yeah. Good to hear, man. Plus, an story Macabre follows two women working art gallery after hours, only visited by an uninvited guest with twisted flair for the arts and a nefarious agenda. I think he wants to kill them. I said he. I assumed the gender of the killer straight off the bat. Shouldn't assume it was a he. But here we are. But yeah, look, I'm not going to go over it and read absolutely every wall of text for this, but yeah, no, it's got a lot of influences from classic horrors. And, you know, Scream and Zack Cherry's horror opinions are pretty fun. You know, they're pretty entertaining, they're pretty good. He explains them very cogently. And yeah, I watched his podcast, The Cherry Picker. I watch his YouTube videos analysing Scream movies and other movies as well. And, yeah, no, I think he can bust out a good little horror short, a good full-length movie if given the opportunity. It'd be cool. And then I could be like, I knew him when he was just a YouTuber. I'm an OG fan. That'll be good. So yeah, that's it. We got the cast, crew. Won't go through the crew. Rewards. So yeah, and when you back a Kickstarter campaign, you get rewards based on the amount of on your tier. There's a $25 backing. That'll be digital access. You'll get digital access to Macabre when it is completed and released. Then your $50 tier, you get a retro movie poster along with the previous tier. T-shirt poster pack. Get T-shirt, poster, and the movie as well. The deluxe pack. This reward will get you a copy of the official shooting script of Macabre, plus storyboard illustrations. We'll choose and everything prior. And then 250 special thanks credit. You will get special thanks in the credits and all previous rewards. Now this is my one. It's the one I could afford this month because of upcoming trips and frickin' root canal. But yeah, that's then associate producer credit on Macabre. Your name will appear in the credits. Bam, all previous. Co-producer credit. This will grant you co-producer credit on Macabre. Your name will appear in the credits and be listed on IMDb. You'll also receive early digital access to Macabre upon its completion, so you'll get it before it gets released and shown around film festivals. And then the executive producer credit, $5,000. This reward will grant you executive producer credit on Macabre. Your name will appear in the credits and be listed on IMDb. You'll be invited to observe the inner workings of the film through online production meetings. You'll have received digital access to the shooting script, and you will receive early digital access to Macabre upon completion. So, bam, there are the tiers. This is the movie idea. Go give Zack Cherry a follow over on YouTube, on Twitter. You know, he's really trying to do something here. And, yeah, I want to get behind him. And I hope other people get behind him as well. And I know I don't have too big of an audience to be influential in this way, but hey, if I can get one person or two people to give him a little follow, maybe that's good enough. Maybe that's good enough, you know. So, yeah. That was Macabre. Well, also all the Macabre fans that they call each other Macabros. It's gender inclusive. Even if you're a woman, you can be a Macabro. You know, it's not like that. It's not about that. All right. But yeah. So yeah, Macabros. Macabre, Kickstarter, Macabre. All right. Well, let's move on, shall we? To what I'm here for today. I'm going to be doing the Freddy versus Jason Nightmare on Elm Street tier ranking. You got no idea what's coming. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so, look it up. I got S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. Got all the tiers. And you know what? I think D tier, it really should be F tier, because I do think there are some Fs in this lineup. And yeah, I'm going to have some controversial opinions to these movies. But, you know, hey, I'm allowed my opinion. Everybody's allowed their opinion. Even if it's wrong, you're allowed your opinion. Alright? So, let's not go crazy. Alright? Let's not go crazy. Alright, well, what I will be starting with is the first movie on the list. Wait, hang on. Why is this all out of order? This should be in the order that I watched them in. Alright, hang on. I thought I had all this set up perfectly. I did not have it set up perfectly. Really dropped the ball. It's just sort of on brand for my streams, you know. You know, that's not bad. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. You know, it's all right. It's not the end of the world. All right. So we'll start with the first movie in the horror movie rank for today. I'm just gonna start off with the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, then bam, go straight into the Friday the 13th movies, finish it off with Freddy vs. Jason, the titular crossover that we were all waiting for. So, yeah, so straight up off the bat, Nightmare on Elm Street, the original. Now, this is probably one of the only movies I've seen prior to a year or two ago. I did see this one as a kid. Johnny Depp. Young Johnny Depp running wrecking shop. Somebody called Heather Langenkamp, who really won me over with this movie. And as you can see, smacked it bang, nest here. This is an amazing movie. This was just solid. And even though, you know, it was made over 30 years ago, still holds up. This one's a timeless classic, I think, and really does introduce Freddy Krueger as just like this scary, just menacing figure that's inescapable. And, you know, the final girl, Nancy Loomis. Nancy Loomis? No. Look, just Nancy. Alright, just Nancy. Nancy Loomis is fucking... Let's scream. Anyway, Loomis. Anyway, Nancy. She was an awesome character in this movie. I feel like I watch a lot of movies, especially back then, where the woman is just essentially like a useless sort of character, just added in, just to scream and run away and be a victim. And this one, like, I feel like when she was under threat, she didn't collapse, she didn't fold. She was doing like the most logical thing, she just didn't stop. She was like moving on to the next thing. Oh, this didn't work. I'll fucking smash him with a chair. I'll fucking do this, do that. You know, she just kept moving, just in the face of just inevitable danger. Because like, how do you beat this guy? He's in your dreams. You know, you can't kill him. You can't do anything to him. And here she is. She's just giving it her all, just fighting back with a vengeance. And it was just like, oh yeah, this character is badass. I felt like she just kicked ass and just really made me just think like, oh my god, this movie is special. But yeah, and the tension and hopelessness built into most of the movie is great, and the balance, the constant drive of Nancy, who was constantly fighting seemingly impossible odds, really takes it to Freddy the whole time. So this movie, strong start. This made me feel like, alright, cool, I cannot wait for the second movie. The second movie should be fucking amazing. And then we got to the second movie, A Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Oof. You know, I wasn't really a big fan of this movie, if I'm gonna be honest. It just didn't follow up on the original at all. Like, where was Nancy? Where was she? I'm putting her on B? I don't even know if I should put her in B. I don't even feel like that's good enough. No, I feel like B's probably where it's at. You know, it's not too bad. Like, it was enjoyable. There was some fun parts of it. It's not like it made me just go, alright, I'm giving up on horror movies because I watched this one. Like, it wasn't... It was enjoyable. I did like it. Now, would I watch it again? Oof. I don't think I would. I don't think I would. But yeah, no, didn't really get any touching to the original one, except for confirmation that Johnny Depp actually died in the first one because of the ending, and that threw everything into the wind. you didn't know what was real, what was a dream at the end. And yeah, it just that's the only part of it touches on. Like, but yeah, what a freaky ending to that first one. That was a great ending. But yeah, no, the standout scenes would have to be when Freddy just... It was a different story. Like, Freddy was in the main character's dreams. Jesse, I think his name was. And in order to come back to the real world, he ended up, like, I don't know, possessing him and, like, ripping out of his body and stepping out of it. And it was just a really cool scene that was made. Like, it was just... It was really well done. Practical effects at its finest for the time. Of course, probably not the best to today's standards, but still, bloody impressive for then. And impressive overall. It just really looks good. It was gross. And, oh my god. Ugh, so good. And yeah, there was like a party where like Freddy was in the real world for a change. And just stampeding people, just crushing some poor kid. Just actually stomping this person to death. While trying to run away from Freddy and people being set on fire, and it's just like, whoa, Jesus, this is fucked up. So, yeah, look, it was what it was. And I didn't realize after it, when I was reading, like, watching YouTube videos, recapping, because, you know, that's what I used to do. I used to watch a movie, and watch YouTube videos over it, just, you know, breaking down all sorts of things. And I did not realize watching it, the homoerotic undertones were consistent throughout the movie. I just did not pick up on them at all. Just totally, just had no idea. And then when they were pointing out in the YouTube videos, it was like, huh. Oh, okay, alright. That was... I just did not see it. I was just like, I just can't believe it. I can never tell these things. But, yeah, that's my short. That's me. So, yeah, B. That's where I'm putting it. Now, we come to Nightmare on Elm Street 3. The Dream Warriors. Oof. Now, this is a different story. Because this one is well regarded as one of the better Nightmare on Elm Street movies. People love this movie. They think it's the best one by far. I just don't see it. It was horrible. I just thought it was fucking cringe. I thought it was lame. I did not think it was really counted as a horror movie. Of course it is. I'm not gonna like gatekeep fucking horror, but this was just meh to me. Like these kids, like it was good. I was so happy. They're gonna return to Nancy. They're gonna bring Wes Craven back to direct because he missed out on the second one. Came back to direct the third. And this was like, cool. This is going to be good. And this is where it goes completely off the rails into camp. And I like camp well enough. Yeah, I feel like in its place. It can be done well. It can be done terribly. And I just feel like, oh, God. It was just so cringe. A lot of it. Like, this little kid just being like, in my dreams, I'm a grand wizard. And he's fucking fighting Freddy as a fucking wizard throwing magic. And it's just like, this is fucking lame. Woof. I did not like that. But, you know, it did have some fun kills, because it did turn up the campness of it all. And, yeah, Freddy did have some cool kills in that one, I'll give him that. It's prime time, bitch. Smacking the woman's head, that girl's head into the TV. Electrocuting him. That was good stuff. But, I did overall feel that, like, it did take away from his threatening, like, him being, like, such a threat. Like, I feel like the first two weren't fucking around, they were serious movies, and they made him a bit more serious, made him a bit less serious, and just a bit of a joke, you know? And children are fighting him? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, anyway. I didn't like this. The odds were not stacked against the protagonist as much as the first couple. It seemed totally plausible that they would win. It felt more like just an action movie than a horror movie to me personally. And yeah, look, it is what it is. So that's my opinion. And yeah, I wasn't really a fan of Nancy passing the torch to Kristen. I've got nothing against Patricia Arquette, but I really liked Heather Langenkamp and her portrayal of Nancy and the Nancy character, and I just thought that was amazing. And to kill her off and pass the torch, didn't really like that at all. So I'm gonna put that in C. I don't think that's not where, you know. It's just not where it should be. But yeah, like this is my personal ranking. I need to highlight this as much as possible. This is my personal ranking. People will not agree, and that's all right. That's totally all right. I get it. It is what it is. All right, now we'll move on to the next movie, Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Now this is gonna be an unpopular opinion. Dream Master, considered not very good by the people that have watched it, and yeah, I'm gonna put it in A tier. I think personally, this was a great fucking movie to me. Alright, coming off the previous Dream Warriors movie that I was very disappointed in. It went all campy, and I guess the sudden trajectory of the turn in the trajectory of the franchise, just bam, camp. I'm like, it was jarring. Didn't like that Nancy didn't survive. Didn't like the kids particularly, and then bam, they do Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Dream Master, straight off the bat. They fucking murk these kids from Dream Warriors, and I could not be happier. Oh my god, this was like, it was made for me. Like, this movie was made for me and mine. They were like, hey, we know you didn't like the third one, so hey, we're gonna kill everybody. Bam, and just have a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie. And you know, this is the movie where Freddy was resurrected by being pissed on by a dog. Like, I don't explain that. That's just what happens. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, I wasn't I wasn't going in. I went in this movie with low expectations after the Dream Warriors. Not gonna lie, and the reason why I'll probably like it a bit, like it a fair bit, is because of the drastic change, like just the bam, killed everybody. Oh, cool. Alright, let's go. Alright, I'm in for this campy ride. You've already sold it to me that it's campy. I've already accepted that. Let's do campy. And you killed the annoying campy people from the previous one that I didn't like, so good stuff. But yeah, Dream Warriors cast was personally the best possible direction they could have taken. This movie got me on board with the camp. Unlike with Dream Warriors, this movie just has fun kill after fun kill. Rick's kill was the only one that I did not like. I feel like that was sort of rushed. Like, they sort of like, hey, we spent all this money on all these other kills, but this got kill. Nah, don't have much money for it, so we're just gonna make it fucking cheap as hell. I was like, alright, whatever. But yeah, the cockroach death, that was insane. I'm not going to say much about it. Look, this one's a good one. It has a lot of really fun kills in them. One very bad one, but a lot of very fun kills. So, yeah, that's why I'm putting it up there. Because that's where it deserves to go, you know. That's where it deserves to go. Alright, next movie. Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Oof. The Dream Child. Now, I said a lot of good things about the last one. But this one, oof. Gonna have to put it in D. This was just a terrible movie. This was just a horrible movie from start to finish. I just could not get on board. It followed like the same main character from the previous movie that I liked. I love the kills in it. This one was just yuck. I did not enjoy my time with this one at all. And I've enjoyed my time with most of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. But this one in particular, oof, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. So it's like, I've been going sort of up and down with this franchise. so a lot of up and down. A lot of roller coaster rides. But, you know, at least consistent through it all is Freddy Krueger's a insane character. So I do love that. But yeah, look, the character Daniel's death was awesome and the highlight of this movie. Pretty much the only positive I took from it. The kills were not fun enough to overlook the stupid plot. The Dream Child thing. Look. This movie's horrible. Don't take my opinion for it. Watch it. Go watch it. Tell me it's good. Tell me what's good about it after you watch it. I'd love to hear that because I just don't see it. I just do not see it. So, there. Alright, next. Freddy's Dead. The Final Nightmare. Oof. Alright, well, my expectations were at the bottom of the barrel after watching Dream Child. And then The Final Nightmare came along. And I was pleasantly surprised. I really liked almost everyone introduced in this movie, except for being lukewarm on a character named John. While yet another campy installment, there was enough to keep me entertained. There was like creepy fun kill. It was lame. There was a pretty lame kill, but I don't know. It was like a shout out to the Nintendo Power Glove. I really enjoyed that, being a Nintendo fan as I am, and and the climax, the end of the movie, just the main character. It's very enjoyable, but yeah, look, this movie, there wasn't much of a kill count. It was pretty meh in that regards. So, where to put it? Final Nightmare. I'm gonna have to put it in C. Yeah, I think it belongs in C. You know, I can't, yeah. It was still bad, but wasn't too bad, so. Alright, moving on to the next movie. Now, after that movie, that's the end of the classic old style Nightmare on Elm Street movies. After that, they came back with a brand new concept, a concept I fucking love. This is Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So, essentially what happened was, they brought back Heather Langenkamp, the woman that played Nancy in the first one and the third one. The awesome role that was cut short, tragically. They brought her back and they were like, hey, you're playing yourself. You are the actress that played Nancy in the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And this whole movie was about Freddy Krueger coming into the real world, into our world, to take the actress from the first movies, trying to take her son and drag it out. It was really, really well done. It was blending movie with real world, sort of blending over into it, and like all these actors and directors and stuff were playing themselves. Wes Craven was in the movie as the creator of Nightmare on Elm Street, and he's just like, oh, how'd you create Nightmare on Elm Street? It's like, oh, it came to me in a dream. It was like, ooh. Good shit. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. That's A tier, and I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to drop down to the Dream Master to 4. Sorry, I can't have it on the same level as Wes Craven's New Nightmare, but I don't feel like New Nightmare's just on Nightmare on Elm Street's level. It's up there, definitely. I do think it's great, but come now. Oh, morning, Nova. Welcome to the stream. Just doing a bit of ranking of the Nightmare on Elm Street and Freddy Krueger movies, and the Friday the 13th movies. just about to get to the next movie. It's Nightmare on Elm Street, 2010. The first movie without what's his name? The guy that plays Freddy Krueger. Oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember his name at this moment, but yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street. This was a bad movie. This was a bad movie. But I did like it more than the second one. I did like it more than the second Nightmare on Elm Street. This was just a bad movie. But they went out, they tried to do something new. They tried to bring in a new Freddy Krueger, and he did an alright sort of take on it, but it was too jarring. It wasn't him. It wasn't him. Yeah, Wes Craven. I think Wes Craven was involved in this one. And I think it was sort of like, oh, thank God he made a movie after this and this wasn't his last movie sort of deal. Maybe he wasn't, actually. Now I've got to look it up. I've got to fact check myself. No, he had nothing to do with the 2010 one, unfortunately. Robert Englund, thank you very much. That's who it is. Yeah, he was also in Adventures of Ford Fairlane, Rock and Roll Detective with Andrew Dice Clay. Love that movie. Love that movie. It's so good. But yeah, they replaced him with some other guy. But they had the main chick was like from what's her name from Arrow? What's her name from Arrow? The DC lady, the Black Canary. That's right. Yeah. So gotta put that there. Just put that right there. All right. Now we move on to Friday the 13th movies. Now, I'm going to have some controversial opinions for these movies as well. Because I'm going to have controversial opinions about all of these movies. Because, goddamn. I guess I'm unique. Or just bad taste. Either way. So, anyway, we'll start with Friday the 13th, Part 1. A Long Night at Camp, otherwise known as. Now, I'm going to have to say that I'm not too crash hot on this one. I know it's the original one that kicked it off. Yeah, that's the original one. Yeah, and Scream as well. Wes is the man. But yeah, the original Friday the 13th, classic movie, started the whole slasher franchise, gave the whole summer camp vibe. Yeah, I'm just... Where to put it? I feel like it still goes above this. Is it sacrilegious to put it in B? I feel like I have to put it in A for the culture. You know, Friday the 13th. It's the original. It's the classic. Famously does not have Jason in it. But, you know, it was great. It had Kevin Bacon was in it. We had a young Kevin Bacon before he was a big name. This was one of his movies. Stabbed through the neck with an arrow. It's fucking graphic. Love it. So, you know, for the culture, put it in A. Definitely under New Nightmare. Come on. Don't even be silly. Alright, Friday the 13th, Part 2. Now this movie, I very much enjoyed this movie as well. I enjoyed a lot of these movies. I enjoyed this movie more than the first one, definitely. You know, he didn't have introduced Jason for the first time, pretty much for the first time, and yeah, it was just here's a school camp, here's a camp. Here's a bunch of teenagers and they're drinking and partying, and here comes Jason. He's gonna kill them in various ways, and it's gonna be fun and entertaining, and what you come to see horror for. So, Friday the 13th Part 2, well worth watching. I do think. A tier. I put in A tier. Of course I do. Of course I do. Alright, well. Friday the 13th. Part 3. 3D it was, this one. Very early 3D. I don't... Not the best. Works against it a little bit. But, this is where Jason gets the hockey mask. Didn't have the hockey mask in the second one. I felt like it was a big strike against it. These Friday the 13th movies, to me, they just keep building. They just keep getting better. And just going to have to, yeah. It's not Wes Craven New Nightmare level, but it's definitely fucking... Poof. Oof. Oh, God. I'm thinking of a rehaul of this tier. Alright, I'm going to have to drop these... I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. I just have to. I just have to. I just have to. I feel like, yeah, that's fair. So I've just dropped most of them down a level. So Friday the 13th, Part 1, 2, and 3, bam, all in B tier. Night 1 Elm Street. 6 of the movies, except for the first one and New Nightmare, bam, C and D. Just... yeah, look, that's about right. That's about right. No, I'll put 4-1 in B, because I really did enjoy how they just killed off all of the people from the third one that I really hated. So, awesome sauce. All right, God, I'm stealing your catchphrases, Nobot. All right, all right. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Now. This one. This one I'm gonna have to put S tier. This is my favorite one. I feel like I can safely say this is my favorite Friday the 13th movie. This had Corey Feldman in his prime. He was fucking amazing in this movie. One of the best kid actors I've ever seen. It's a shame he couldn't keep that talent while growing up, but when he was a kid, he was in a lot of amazing movies with some amazing performances. This was one of them, along with like Lost Boys and Stand By Me and yada 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 yada. But this one was fucking amazing. He really did. This whole movie was just fucking amazing from start to finish. I loved it. This is pinnacle Friday the 13th. I feel like if I'm like, hey, you want to watch the best Friday the 13th movie? Bam. The final chapter. Jump into it. But yeah, and I do think it was a lot because of Corey Feldman's performance. You know, it was spot on. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. But yeah, all right. Well, let's move on to Friday the 13th, Part 5. Now, the last one was Friday the 13th, the final chapter. So when they came back with number 5, they're like, oh my god, what are we going to do? Because they killed Jason in the first one. In the last one. So, yeah, they did a bit of fuckery. It was, not the best. They gave it a shot. They did. They gave it a shot. But yeah, I just did not like it. They brought back Corey Feldman's character. It's grown up a little bit and a mute. That was a choice. That was a choice they made. It wasn't a choice I liked. It was yeah, no. Definitely bad idea. So I'm gonna have to put this C tier. Oh, there we go. But it's definitely gone before 2010's Nightmare on Elm Street. Definitely. 100%. Hands down. Alright, that was part 5. So, Friday the 13th, part 6. Now, I do think this one is where it came back a bit. They brought back Tommy once again. And this time he wasn't weird. He wasn't a mute. A bit weird, but yeah, he wasn't a mute. So this one, I really did like this one. Nice course correction, opposed to 5. And this is the first one that's established, like, bam, it is clear that Jason is a supernatural being. In the other ones, he could have just been like a guy going around killing people. But in this one, this is the one. He is absolutely a supernatural being. There was a lightning strike that revived Jason. Wasn't the worst resurrection I've seen? No, because as I was talking about before, in Nightmare on Elm Street 4, where the dog pisses on Freddy Krueger and it resurrects him, that's the worst resurrection scene. This one is not the best, but it is a lot better than that. By far. And the campiness in this movie, yeah, look, this was alright. This was alright, you know? I'm not gonna kick this one out of bed. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's not, you know, it is what it is. I do think it's Where do I have it? Friday 13th, part 6. Why can't I find it? Oh, because I really love this one. I was looking too low for this one. This is one of the better ones. I'm putting 8 here. I feel like this one deserves it. They really did a great course correction. They brought in the supernatural stuff. Really well done. Yeah. 8 here. Bam. Alright, now we're getting down to the bottom of the list. So we're getting to the end of the stream soon. So, we've got to the next one. Friday the 13th, part 7. New Blood. Now, this one was meant to be marketed as, hey, this is Jason versus Carrie. You know, the psychic horror movie. The main character in this one was essentially meant to be Carrie. And she had like weird powers and yada yada yada, and it was a great fight scene. And look, I love this movie. This was great. This was like, alright, this sort of seems to be setting up to what Freddy versus Jason is going to be. Much more want to see Freddy versus Jason, but Jason versus fucking Carrie, yeah, alright, let's have these horror movie icons square off. Why not? But rights fell through, so they just called her like Christine. And look, I love Christine. I thought this was a great movie. I loved this one. This was up there for me. That much so, I'm gonna put it in A tier. This was up there for me. This was an A tier movie, by far. Now, unfortunately, we are getting to the rest of the list. This is where I feel like it took a hard turn indeed. Friday the 13th, part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. Now, they actually should have named this movie Friday the 13th, Jason's on a fucking boat. Because over half of the movie is spent on a boat going to New York. And then at the end they get to New York. And like, they filmed in fucking Canada. Like, they tried to get around the expensive filming laws in fucking New York, so I believe. And yeah, they just spent most of it on a fucking boat. It was like, the main characters were so fucking bad. I could not believe it, and I just wanted no part of it. Yeah, but this is apparently I wouldn't say a niche opinion, but this is an opinion a lot of people rail against. They're like, hey, you just hate fun. It's like, I love fun. How dare you? but this is not fun. This is not fun for me at all. Now I would say this is above Dream Child, but Dream Warriors is definitely better than it. Absolutely, 100%. All right, now the next movie, Jason Goes to Hell. This is the final Friday the 13th movie of the classic era. Jason died in the last one, and this one actually has a pretty cool opening. The opening is essentially a bunch of spec ops people. They find Jason and they blow the shit out of him. They put him in the fucking dirt, and that's it. They killed him, and they take his body away to a morgue, and for some reason some black shit comes out of his body and it possesses some dude, and then that guy's the new Jason apparently, and it's just like, alright, this is fucking weird. And then yeah, there's a whole movie about that. Yeah, look, there was some funny bits of this movie, but overall this was also not the best. Now I would say it's better than it was still somewhat enjoyable, but oh my god, it was terrible. And then at the end of the movie, famous, it shows the hockey mask, Jason's hockey mask in the sand, and then shows Freddy Krueger's claw come over and grab the mask and pull it in, and I was just like, made people lose their minds back then, because they didn't have post-credit scenes back then. This was like a very early post-credit scene, very weird, out of nowhere, very, what the hell's this? What's a post-credit scene? And it made people think like, oh my god, they're going to do Freddy versus Jason. And then a million years later, they decided to do Freddy versus Jason. But yeah. But anyway, we'll do Freddy versus Jason at the very end. Now we move on to Friday the 13th, the reboot. Now this was actually not a bad reboot, to tell you the truth. Yeah, no, I actually like this a lot more than I thought I would. It starred Daniel Panabaker from Flash and Sky High. I love that actress. Loved her from Sky High from back in the day. It also had Jared Padalecki, I think that's how you say his name, from Supernatural. And yeah, it's had awesome stuff. Had an awesome opening. It was just like, yep, people in the forest, getting naked, drinking, smoking buds, whatever, just, the premise. And then Jason comes along and kills them all. Great opening. That's what you needed. Just cool, well shot kills, awesome stuff. Oh my god. I can't even. Yeah, that was just laid the groundwork perfectly. And then the rest of the movie was pretty good and serviceable. It was some fun moments, some cool things. But they did make some choices that ultimately rubbed me the wrong way, and yeah, so good and bad with that one. But I did enjoy it, and I would watch it again. So I am going to have to put it... Yeah, put it at the head of B. Put it at the head of B. There we go. Above them. And there's my rank for all the Friday the 13th films, all the Nightmare on Elm Street films. Now, to top it off with the creme de la creme, Freddy versus Jason. Now, this movie was great. I love this movie. Just want to say that at the top of the top thing. This was just a weird fucking movie. But yeah, just so many cool moments. So many cool kills. Pretty much all Jason. Freddy didn't really do any killing in this one. I think he got 1 or 2 kills. But most of the time it was Jason just tearing people apart with his machete. And just wrecking shop. you know, had a lot of like needless, like, hey, let's just throw in a rape scene for no reason. It's like, oh, okay, all right, that's whatever. But yeah, just a lot of people dying that didn't deserve it. A lot of people dying that did deserve it, and those are the ones you cheer on. You know, the ones that deserve it. That's who you want to see get murked. All right. But yeah, ultimately, I would watch this movie frequently until the day I die. I feel like Freddy vs. Jason. Are you kidding me? Where did I put it on my list? I don't wanna put it out of order. All right. So this movie, I'm gonna put in A tier. Bam, just behind Friday the 13th Part 7. So there it is. The definitive best ever tier ranking list of Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th, in my opinion. So these are my personal favorites. Don't at me if you disagree with them. Just have your own ones. And just, you know, maybe comment. Comment in the comments on the chat and whatnot. Well, which ones you disagree with? Which ones am I wrong about? Just, just, you know, just let me know. Just don't be a dick about it. You know, that's sort of like the motto. That should be the motto of all online creation. Just don't be a dick. If you're a dick, I won't talk to you. And then you're just wasting your time. I'm wasting time reading whatever comment. So. But yeah, that's it. So, top of the pack. Just want to go over it again. Nightmare on Elm Street, S tier, number 1. Fucking amazing movie. Go watch it. Go watch it. No excuse not to. Friday the 13th, the final chapter, part 4. Now, it is like number 4, but you don't have to watch these in order. Like, there's just, you don't have to. Like, they don't really have that much of a common follow through until fucking Tommy's introduced it in the 4th one. So, yeah, no, top 2 movies. Those are the ones worth seeing. A tier, absolutely. I'd say worth seeing as well. Give them a watch as well. They're absolutely there. B, C, and D. You know, if you really want to go for it. But you know, I'm not going to be like, hey, you should watch these movies. Maybe the original Friday the 13th to be like, hey, if you're going to watch them, like, hey, start from the beginning and go through. But I don't know if I could tell people to go through them because there are some really fucking bad ones. I didn't even count Jason X in this one. Jason 10, the future one. Not deliberately. I forgot about it and realised about it when I was watching it because I'm like, hang on, that's the worst fucking one. So just imagine Jason X, the one where he's in space. That one's right here at the very end of D, and that is a lot of people's favourite Jason Friday the 13th movie. They're fucking wrong. It is a shit show, but hey, look, everybody has their opinion. I have mine. People have theirs. My opinions can be trash at the best of times sometimes, so I totally get it. But yeah, no, well, that's it. Go out there. Nightmare on Elm Street. Johnny Depp is in number 1. He's only in number 1, and that's it. And that's S tier. It's bam. It's up there. Jason in Space. Yeah, Jason in Space, that was the worst act. Like, they didn't even get real actors. It seemed like they were just like, hey guys, let's make a movie. We're friends and we're not, none of us are actors. Let's get together. Let's make a movie. But then when you look into it, you realize, hang on, these people are actors. They have no excuse for how bad of an actor they are, though. Oh, look, maybe I shouldn't. Look, it takes a lot of effort to make a bad movie. So I don't want to shit on movies too much because I do feel like it's pretty mean. Because, you know, a lot of people put in a lot of hard work to make the movie, no matter how shit it is. But yeah, it takes a lot of hard. And where's my movie? I haven't made a movie, so if I made a movie, maybe to be fucking dog shit as well. So, you know, that's it. He dies. Spoiler alert. You don't need no spoilers. Look, just go in and watch them. They're a good time. Alright, well, I think we're coming to the end. So yeah, that's the horror rank. I'll be updating it with various franchises on stream as we go along. But yeah, for now, we'll just leave it at there. And then, yeah, and then, ooh, just another Macabre. Go follow Macabre. Go back him on Kickstarter. Go give him a like on social media. You know, get this movie done. Let's do it. Let's do it. Zack Cherry, go follow him on YouTube, Twitter. He makes some good content. If you're a horror fan, go check out the Cherry Picker. That's his podcast. Yeah, it's great. It's a great podcast. Just love it. Just listen to it all the time. So yeah, go out and get on board. All right. Well, I think that'll be it for me today. Short stream, just a short horror stream. That's what I do sometimes. So, yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. It's always appreciated. You know, always appreciated. But yeah, I have to go. But yeah, thank you everybody in the chat, everybody that's been here today. Kevo, Nobot, thank you very much, especially jumping in the chat, having a chat. The lurkers, thank you for stopping by and giving us a watch. It's okay, don't want to chat, that's cool, just chill, just watch along, you know. I'm happy with that as well. Just grateful for the eyeballs. Alright, well. I'm going to be taking off. Hit that like button, absolutely. Thank you, Nobot, for shouting out. But yeah, hey, look, I'm just gonna let these beats go for a little bit. I'm really digging these beats. It's lo-fi beats, just chill on a Sunday morning, you know. Yeah. Go check out All for Footy over on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Mean a lot to me. It's my AFL podcast, do with the crew. Coming up to the end of the year, so it's been very exciting. Yeah, doing a stream Friday nights now. Doing Friday night streams. Hopefully with Nobot jumping in every now and then, or me jumping in with Nobot on his stream. Whatever. Nobot streamed yesterday, Black Myth Wukong. Go check it out. Nobot streaming today. You streaming some more Black Myth Wukong today, or are you a bit too busy? But yeah. Well, let's go like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, back on Fortnite. Stop calling it Fartnite, bro. All right, I don't do no fart jokes. All right. But yeah, no. If you want to jump on, yeah, cool. I'll probably be doing some Wukong as well while watching you. I don't think I want to be streaming Wukong. You'll stream Wukong. If you want to see Wukong being streamed, go over to Nobot. I'll probably stream it one day, but it'll probably be well after Nobot's done with it. Who knows? I do want to do a top 10 of the year stream at some point where I play a little bit of each of my top 10 games of the year. So when I get to that, who knows? Maybe I'll be playing a bit of Black Myth Wukong on stream then. Maybe. We don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, take care everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.